is fast losing its protected areas and landscapes. So what do you do when what you see is not a reflection of how you want the world to look like? You act to bring your vision as close as possible to your sentiment. To stand up and be counted, not just for your sake, but for the sake of those who believe and demand action for change.
This is our continent. This is our ground. This is our soil. These are our children. These are our animals.
At the Africa BioDiversity Collaborative Group, we are committed to conserving our environment, our wildlife and wild spaces, our land, our future. Who are we? We are a coalition of conservation organizations who believe in the power of collective action and collaboration, applying our collective strengths to mitigate Africa's conservation challenges and ensure our rivers flow once again.
We're able to multiply the work we're doing by having 7 organizations working for it. The collaborative is the strength of what we've done.
Ensure that our skies are no longer dark, but bright with the potential that our Earth holds for us. Across the continent, our members and partners strive to identify and advance understanding of critical conservation challenges and provide science-based solutions to address them. We inform policy and integrate biodiversity conservation into African development agendas. And that's not all. We work on unique and emerging issues, such as the incorporation of health outcomes into biodiversity conservation and sustainable development. We also work to provide solutions to emerging threats facing African landscapes, such as uncontrolled developments through land use management.
Land use management is critical to actually being able to preserve biodiversity, and this is why this land use management tool became very important.
We offer community-based natural resource management as a solution to declining resources around Africa.
We're working hand in hand with communities in order to develop interventions and projects that would directly benefit the communities. So we work with them right from the project inception and right from the implementation of these projects to be able to see that the communities themselves directly benefit.
We have solved the problem of reporting on biodiversity conservation investments through the Smart Law Enforcement tool and have done much more in the areas of sanitation and hygiene, population, health, and environment. Since inception, we have influenced conservation practices of key conservation organizations and strengthened coordination amongst these organizations. We have influenced the governance of natural resources to ensure that communities continue to benefit from these resources without overexploitation of these resources. The Africa BioDiversity Collaborative Group wants to see a future that lies in collaboration through our membership model that focuses on African leadership and representation. A future that through our collaborative work will enhance learning and knowledge sharing on long-standing and emerging issues. A future of empowered communities who apply and use tools developed by experts to make their lives better. A future for women leading households in Accra, Cape Town, Yaoundé, Nairobi, and all our other great cities that give Africa its identity.
We are able to enjoy fresh water, get basic necessity. It's about ensuring that our children and the generations to come can be able to live in a clean environment. They can be able to see the wildlife.
A future for the youth, driving change and development in these countries, and importantly, for the children who look up to us.
Biodiversity does not have borders, countries do. And what is important here is that we realize when we're talking about Africa, we're talking about the landscapes across Africa, and not saying it's Kenya landscape or Tanzania landscape or Seychelles landscapes. It's thinking about our continent, our peoples, our future as a collective, as a collaboration, and we all have a part to play in this.
A future full of solutions that resonate with our leaders across the continent. Sustainable solutions that mitigate decades of inaction and misuse and provide predictable results for a future where this and generations to come we live in a world where all lives, above and below water, can live in a natural world free of exploitation, abuse, and inequality. So, what happens when what you see is not a reflection of how you feel? You act. Join us at ABCG as we collaboratively implement sustainable solutions for greater impact in Africa and the world.